Hey, let's all introduce ourselves. My name is Abby. I will be your GM. I'll voice a whole bunch of NPCs. I use she, her pronouns. I like D&D a lot, and I wrote Flake City. Whoever wants to go next, feel free.
I'm Billy. I've been playing tabletop role-playing games since they were invented. I'm looking forward to this. Always loved. I don't know if anybody's familiar with Gamma World. It's a modern setting TTPD, and it's supposed to take place slightly in the future after a nuclear holocaust kind of thing. But I absolutely loved that when it was out, probably in the 80s. So yeah, modern role playing has always been an interest to me. Look forward to this.
Yes, I'll go next. I'm Leandro. I've been playing D&D for just shy of 4 years now, and right now I'm on vacation in Santiago, Chile. Wasn't planning on doing online D&D, but here I am, ready to get back to playing.
I guess that just leaves me. I'm Shar. I've been playing D&D on and off for 20 years. Started when I was 18. My boyfriend got me into it, and I was hooked ever since. My first campaign actually was Werewolf, which is set in a modern time, so definitely always enjoyed modern stuff. And I've written some zombie stories, so I'm like hyped for this.
Awesome. We'll do like an introduction with our characters and stuff here in a minute. We'll do the quick session 0-y stuff. My goal for today's session is to at least get a little miniature play session in. Get all your characters in one location. And we'll go over that in a minute, but first and foremost, safety rules. We will take breaks. There are things that will happen based on, or not happen based on your action or inaction. I'll be tracking time in the game kind of loosely, but yes, there are timelines for certain events that can happen. If you've read any of Flake City, you might have an idea of what some of those events might be. If you haven't, you'll find out. The radio station is probably how you will find out, because Flake City, the main place to get good information, especially early on, is the radio station. So definitely be thinking about if your character would listen to the radio. I will also be posting some fun videos to my YouTube channel that are basically my interpretations of the radio show you'll be listening to. It is basically me interviewing myself, but it's kind of fun. There will be connections with NPCs that can influence the story, be it resources, information, access to certain things, whatever. So please do feel free to lean into the role playing. Yes, it's survival in apocalypse, but it's also kind of cozy and story centered. If you're interested in lore or rumors, NPCs is the way to go. That radio station is also a good place to call. And yeah, there's other people around the city that you can just run into, just depending on where you go. Structurally, my goal is kind of each session will kind of assess like, hey, what are you guys wanting to do next? And I'll make sure that I'll have the next couple of maps prepared based on what you guys do, so you guys ultimately have the freedom of what you're doing next. The only real railroad we'll have is in session 0, where I say, hey, you're starting here, your end goal for the session is here. After that, it's kind of up to you guys to decide what you're going to do with the information presented to you. I do want this to be a awesome sandbox for you to have fun in, because I do have just so much information on it, so like, go have fun in it, I guess. With that said, be thinking about if you're a radio listener, and if any of you are frequent callers into the radio station, because that will affect things. So some fun character tidbits. Caldron, your shirt that you wear that has the functional ability of chainmail would have been something you got from Tinder's workshop. So at least you two have a passing connection. Like, you're not friends by any means, but you wouldn't kill each other in the streets, kind of. Like, you're at least trusting of enough of each other to have done a little bit of business with each other, kind of thing. And obviously, if any of you want to have forged previous connections, I do obviously welcome and encourage that. Feel free to, if anyone has any ideas of connections they want to forge, speak now, please. I just did the Caldron and Tinder thing because the shirt and skills were an intersection.
Completely valid, and it makes sense that Tinder would have a hand in making that.
Holy crap, are you on camera? I think you're muted, but I see you. Hello.
Hi!
Hi, you have a face. You're a real person.
I am a real person. I'm not AI.
Yes! Guys, we have someone who's not AI. Yay! Alright, so you guys know each other, at least in passing, as customers. Eric, do you know, you all live in the same relative area, so it is possible you at least may have passed each other once or twice. You guys tell me.
I'd say we probably might have, but seeing as we're both not really people's persons, we probably didn't bother talking to each other.
The old suck.
I do hang out from time to time in the bar, so
I wouldn't.
I know nothing about your background, so
don't worry.
All good.
Events will force your hands.
We'll figure it out. We'll get there.
So here are some things you guys may have noticed during the day. There's been reports of illness going around. Anyone who has had contact with a medical worker, this is your choice. This is, if you have heard this, then you know this. If you have not seen someone, then you have not. If you've had contact with a medical worker, You will have been told that several doctors and higher-ups at the hospital no-called, no-showed for their shifts. Obviously, they're the higher-ups, they won't have any problems calling in like that, but either way, the hospital's on a skeleton crew, and there's an emerging virus going on during that. Around 2 in the afternoon on this day, the radio talk show, which was just a daytime show with the daytime DJs, not Sam, the nighttime DJ, just stopped playing. Stopped talking, and they just had a playlist of some common pop hits. And at 4:30 in the early evening, the radio went to dead air. And if you're a usual listener of the radio show, this was incredibly strange because it never does dead air. Caldrin, a familiar face is seen. You were in your office looking out the window. You've seen of the past couple of however much you've noticed, you've seen a familiar face crossing this path once a month or so. A girl with purple hair leaves the airport, crosses the area you guys live in, and heads further into the city. They look familiar, but you've not really seen or said anything to them, obviously. Today, however, they seem a little more familiar than usual. They look much more sharp in your memory, and you see much more drawn to their face. You also see they're with someone. They're walking with a taller guy. You are kind of paying attention, and they come to an alleyway right by the window that you're watching, and you actually hear her say, "Get wherever you're going quick and stay safe. Shit's gonna get crazy here soon." And then they hug, and he heads in one direction with a bag that she gave him, and she's carrying the messenger bag you've always seen her with, but you also see her carrying a backpack as well, and you see her head off in her usual direction. Eric, the silence of the radio, assuming you were listening to it, probably would have let you hear screams and carnage in the bar below. Oh wait, were you gonna say something? Sorry.
He does listen to radio quite a bit.
The silence of the radio should have probably let you hear the screams of carnage in the bar below, but I assume you were locked into your computer. Nothing online has indicated there's any sort of problem, which is concerning because last night you noticed a message leaving Flake City from the hospital. It was heavily encoded, and you have spent much of the night trying to get past the security measures, but you were able to discern that it was sent to a specific part of the government that everyone in your group would probably try to pretend doesn't exist, but they know all too well is very dangerous. F class. This message went from the hospital to F class, and that's not fucking good. I was sent out to alert the government, which is always a mistake, but you assume it was probably someone just doing their job. It looks like a standard protocol type email, but you're still concerned that you can't see the contents. Because of this, you're also noticing that the internet and communications in Flake City are slowly becoming throttled in a way that you don't fully understand, and you should, right, with your background. Something is wrong, and maddeningly, something is stopping you from getting into the information you should be able to readily access as a hacker. Almost as if the magic of the internet that you normally can, work those waves so fluidly, you're not able to do that the way you normally would be able to. You know something's wrong, but you don't know tangibly what that something is. And Tinder, Box tells you to get some sort of food, and he tends to give good advice, so you agreed, and you head to the nearby corner store that you treat as a grocery store. The prices are marked really high at this place, but the people who live in the area pay a much lower rate than what's marked. They sell all the usual basics, and they sometimes have like fresh fruits, apples, oranges, that kind of thing. The bananas are normally 5 minutes or 5 days from being too ripe, but you never know what it'll be. And you are actually there because you know there's a storm brewing. It might be a few days out, but Box is never wrong about the storms, and he is for sure that it is going to be a big one, the kind that buries folks until the plows are able to run. So you're like, okay, this knowledge the storm could be a really bad one's made you maybe feel like you need to buy more than you normally would, but something in your gut is forcing you to buy more. Even though you normally wouldn't even need this much, you're just like, I feel the urge. While you're shopping, you overhear a woman in a nanny's uniform explained to the clerk that her bosses, some very well-to-do people, they live over in the marina, which is a very hoity-toity area. It's where all the richest people live. They gave her an envelope full of cash and told her that they and the kids were going out of the country very suddenly, and they were asking her to house sit for them, promising to give her more money if she could do so. So she was trying to get her supplies together and then head over back to that side of town. She's over here getting things because obviously groceries are cheaper on the poor side of town where she knows everyone versus the rich side of town where it's like Trader Joe's and shit like that. So the clerk tells her, you better get over there quick. Seems like something bad is going on. The radio went to dead air, because it's a very strange thing for the radio to have gone to dead air. And as you listen, you actually note that normally the grocery store would have had a little bit of radio sound in the background, and nothing. It's just fucking silent, which is very unusual. And there's a weird silence that seems to be permeating the air. And here, I think you're all in Owlbear, correct?
Yeah.
Awesome. Billy, mute yourself, please. Sorry, I don't want to hear myself more than I have to when I edit videos. This is Flake City overview. This is still a rough draft. Please do not use measurement tools on this map. They will not be accurate, as you can tell. But they will give you an overview before we go into your area. You guys are roughly in this area. It's kind of a warehousey area. It's close to the airport, so it's cheaper housing. The college campus is right here, where a lot of the cheaper housing obviously would be, near a college campus, near an airport. This is the radio station. It's technically a college radio station, but it's kind of become its own beast over the years. And there are some other areas that we'll get into. This is the hospital and morgue, and the research and development lab, which has a large government grant to contribute to its funding, is right here. You'll note that it's actually probably the closest big major business near y'all's warehouse area. With that all said, who wants to go to your area and see your own maps? Let's do this. Okay, so here we are. You should all have your tokens. Tinder, you're right here. Yep, Cloudron, you're there. And Eric, you're right here. Roxy's over here now. Feel free to look around your homes and domiciles. Shar, I've already sent you pictures, but this is your little spot. And since this is session 0, I will say if you have any notes, I full disclosure, Caldron and Eric, if you have notes, don't worry, it's not going to matter in a minute. But if you have notes on things you would like to see in your future possible shelters, let a girl know. I love to make maps. It's really fun. But also please feel free to treat session 0 as a way to shake out any of the bugs of your character build. If you need to change your build or adjust your ability scores or anything, please do feel free to let session 0 be the way to test it out. So that way you can have session 1, when you're all together starting out, be strong. So it's about 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock here in Flake City. No, it's not 5 o'clock anywhere but Flake City, because it's fucking 7:10 here, and it's, I don't know, probably the middle of the night over in Chile. But it is 5 o'clock in Flake City. And Eric, the bar should probably be starting to make noise, and as you start coming out of your internet haze, you don't hear the sound of happy hour starting. Caldron, do you listen to the radio?
I'd say when I'm studying, I'd probably put on the radio.
Right. Would you say that you're currently studying?
Probably.
Okay. So the silence is probably a little insufferable at this point because it's been off, the radio's been off for, about an hour now, which is pretty annoying, which means outside you were able to actually hear a little bit of a scratching sound.
I'll probably go check out the scratching.
Alrighty.
Seeing as it's been silent for most of the night, or the time, and now it's all of a sudden scratching on the wall.
All right. And Eric, similarly with you, as you kind of start coming out of the internet and notice that there is silence, you do also hear some scratching. Not as close as Caldron, because you're not on the ground floor, but probably closer in noise than you think would be possible considering you live on the second floor. You're probably a little curious.
Yeah, I would definitely go check that out.
All right. Are you guys going through the windows to check out, or are you guys going outside to check out?
I really don't have a window.
I do. I have multiple windows. I'll probably check whichever window sounds nearest to the sound. Oh.
Actually, according to your map, I do have windows, but I didn't see it as windows.
It is.
That looks like a zombie.
It does. You see, very similar to the token, actually, gaping maw, bloody. It's got some bits of gross. I don't know if you'd think it's gross. I don't know. I probably would. Chunks of flesh and muscle hanging from it. He looks real hungry. And he's kind of scratching. When you come into focus in the window and he sees you, immediately begins clawing more, and the window does begin to crack.
I'll close my laptop, and I don't care. I'm going to get out of there.
All right, we're going to come back to your action. We're going to say that you're taking the rest of your action and movement to, I'm guessing, pack up your laptop, notebook, that kind of thing?
Oh, leaving it.
Nope, you're leaving. Okay, we'll come back to you in a sec. Eric, you said that you were going to investigate. We're going to, for the sake of argument.
Okay. Where did I hear the scratching coming from?
This area over here.
Okay. I could see up here above my bed that possibly being a small one of these type windows,
Yeah, it's
So, yeah, I would go up there and look.
All right.
Probably looks down on the alley or something.
What you see is what looks like a former police officer. Well, he's still in his uniform anyway, but he is looking pretty zombified as well. Banged up, bloody, blood dripping from his mouth. The holster is empty. His uniform is disheveled, and he seems to be trying to claw into your house, which is concerning because that means this one has somehow managed to already climb the stairs and is actually trying to get in to your door. Then, Shar, what are you doing at the grocery store?
Looking for some birdseed because I know Box is going to need his supplies. I am getting just random things. Everything that I think that a human would possibly need to eat for a party. I need to prepare. Box said get food. I need to get food. And I really don't understand food. So I just randomly am putting things in a cart.
It's safe to say it's just like a wide assortment of just like colorful junk food and shit like that. And birdseed.
Yes.
Excellent. Hey, shelf-stable foods, though. It's not a bad idea. And Zombieland rules, you'll have some Twinkies, so that's pretty good.
Absolutely, Twinkies. And because it's Christmas, there are Little Debbie Christmas cakes.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Go ahead and do me a favor, since you're looking around. What is your... I don't have your stats in front of me, so I should have, but I was stressed working with the tech stuff. What is your passive perception?
My perception sucks. I have a 10 now. Or
Your passive is 10?
passive, yeah.
Okay, then you're gonna have to roll for this one. Go ahead and give me a perception roll.
Okay. If I can get dice to roll.
Yeah, no pressure. It's our first roll of the game, so no pressure at all if it's a shitty roll.
A nat 20.
Bitch! She said we are setting tones. Amazing. So, that's good for
This
you.
is a good
because
omen.
it means that as soon as this other cop looks like the guy's partner shambles into the grocery store, you notice immediately, unlike the clerk, who doesn't have a token, so just pretend they're there, who does not notice because she's staring at her phone. And now, with that, you can declare what you're going to do in that moment, but right now what you see is, much like what Eric saw, cop, disheveled uniform, gaping mouth with flashing teeth, with bloody, muscly sinew hanging from his lips. Gun is missing from his belt, and he's shambling forward. He's not seemed to have noticed you yet, because right now you are behind one of these shelves. So,
Would I know what he is?
I don't actually know. I don't know much about your backstory, what you would or would not know. You would definitely think that you're seeing a cop who has an ashen pallor, does not look alive by any means, and is... You don't know that he's violent because he hasn't spotted you yet, but the culture is very prevalent in this world, so if you've seen a single zombie movie, you probably would think,
Okay, so there's at least zombie movies in the world.
100%.
Okay.
Zombieland, Walking Dead, all the class... Like, Shaun of the Dead is absolutely featured in this world. There's, like,
Okay.
Shaun of the Dead jokes and shit.
So with me having to learn to assimilate a little bit better than most, I think I would know.
All right. So you see that it's a zombie. What is your reaction for this? Layered action before I
Going
go on
to use my cart to keep him at bay, and I think I'm gonna try to get the fuck out of there.
All right.
And ram him with the cart to get out of the door.
All right. We'll come back around to see how that resolves. Caldron, you're departing. You're getting the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah, so I'm going to use my action to use something called Blind Spot. It erases my image from the mind of one creature I can see within 120 feet of me. The creature must succeed a wisdom saving throw. If they fail, I become invisible to it until the end of my next turn.
And now it's my first roll. Wisdom saving throws are fun with zombies because they're freaking stupid. Like, zombies are so dumb.
DC 13.
All right, well, he rolled an 8, and he's got a -2 to that, so...
I think that might fail.
I think that might fail. So, even though he is still at the window, since I'm assuming you ducked out of the view of the window as you did this.
I probably would have, right when I made eye contact with it, I'm like, not dealing with this, I'm invisible to you now.
Nope!
And I'm just, no thank you. And I'm just gonna make my way out of my room.
All right, and are you going, through the bathroom window, or are you going out the main hallway door and back to the exit of the building?
I'll probably go to the exit, see if I hear any other scratching.
All right.
I guess I could also maybe sense if anything was past there.
As you walk by, you do sense that there was probably something else with the hungry guy you noticed out in that area. That creeping dead silence you heard earlier that was kind of unsettling is starting to get broken by other sounds. You are actually starting to hear sirens all around you.
Am I able to crack the door open a little bit, see if there's any more of those weird dudes with their jaws not working properly?
If you crack the door open, you will see a dark, narrow alley. Basically, imagine it's this little area right here.
Do I have dark vision?
Oh,
No, I don't.
I don't want to out what type is, but I don't think that type does.
I have it right here. I do not have dark vision.
So we're gonna resolve how you get through the dark, creepy alleyway after we get to Tinder and Eric. So Eric, you see the zombie downstairs. It is trying to break in. What do you do?
I am grabbing my pistol from my nightstand, headed down to grab my backpack. Check contains my laptop, my cell phone, my blah, blah, blah. Get the frick out of here.
Stuff featured on my character sheet.
Most of it. But we can figure out what he manages. If it ain't in the backpack, he ain't getting it right now. So he's grabbing the pistol, he's grabbing the backpack, which does contain his laptop and a few other things. But yeah, that entrance he's trying to get in, is there another way out out, or is it the other way out through the bar?
So my understanding is you had originally requested a back entrance through the bar. I didn't put it right. That's correct. You're muted again. You just explained something and I saw you muted.
Yeah, I was trying to keep you from hearing yourself. Yeah, an entrance from the bar, but and also an exit into the alley. So a front and back door, for lack of a better way of putting it.
Right, so I did not draw one onto the map, but for the sake of it, yeah, we'll say that back here on the ground floor, there's an exit that takes you to where this bike is.
That's where I'm headed after I grab my stuff, and I will check at the door. I will be real cautious, try to listen.
All right, are you like, it's dark, much like Haldren's Alley, it's dark. Do you have dark vision? I don't think you do.
I do 120-foot range, including magical dark vision.
All right, and you're looking out the alleyway?
So it's called Devil's Sight.
All right, and you're looking out the alleyway, though? All right.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll stealth. So I assume you're trying to do it sneakily. All right, so do you have any modifiers to that? 3 or...
Actually, it's 4. I put the modifiers on it.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so you fail that one, which means the zombie you see, which good news, you do see a zombie because you have dark vision. Good job. Unfortunately, the zombie also sees you. We are gonna come back to what's gonna happen on that turn. It is safe to assume he is advancing on you. And just for reference, yeah, it's fair to assume about 45 feet distance. And he is gonna start lurching your way. And then we're gonna go to Shar at the convenience store. Shar, you have the cart in front of you. The zombie kind of lurches forward and spots you. What do you do as he begins to lurch forward? Let me make sure I have my measurements right. I think this store is pretty small.
To use a cantrip, green flame blade. And so with that, I brandish the weapon using... So could I use this on as the cart, or do I need to use one of my weapons? Because what it does...
I don't know the spell, but I'll allow you to use the cart as a weapon. I don't care. That's fine.
Okay.
Look, we've all been shopping.
It says
we all
a
had
melee. The component is a melee weapon worth at least 1 silver piece. So brandishing a weapon using it for a spell, so I can make a melee attack against a creature within 5 feet of me. So if I were to do, let me see. Let me measure.
I mean, I'd probably only give you like improvised weapon damage with it, but yeah, I'd give you the D6 and call it a weapon.
But I have my sword too, so I'm just trying to think. I feel like the cart makes more sense.
For sure, especially because like you're in a small like tight confines. So also you are in public, right? Like Flake City is the kind of place that like live and let live. Everyone's got magic. We don't talk about it kind of place. But like bringing a sword in public is generally frowned upon. There could be normies around, So like using your cart to subtly cast some magic makes a lot of sense.
Okay, so it would do 1d8 plus spellcasting ability modifier on it. So let me roll to see if I hit. Oh, this one doesn't. Why is Owlbear being butthead?
Because this group's gotten tech problems tonight. Apparently, Flake City has all those tech troubles, and we have to have the meta be enforced, and we will have to experience that too. 17
to hit?
Yeah, that'll totally hit.
Plus 5, so 8.
Alrighty, does 8 damage to him. So it's like a fiery damage, correct?
Yes, it would be fire damage.
It's not going to change anything, but I want to just kind of, for the painting the picture, this fire damage hits, it kind of lights up a little bit. The girl behind it kind of goes, holy shit, what's going on? I hate police brutality. I'm recording in here.
And it also the green fire will jump to other creatures. So if other creatures are within 5 feet of him.
Then 5 feet, but the walls would block that ability, yes?
Yeah.
Yes. No.
Yeah.
There's no more zombies hidden in the grocery store. There are some hidden, though.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. The real question. Abby always puts mimics in maps. Does she put mimics in her Flake City maps?
Absolutely. The question is, how soon am I going to convince the mimic to be my friend?
Knowing you, probably not long. Any day now. All right, so you have dealt that damage, and now we are going to go back to Caldron. You're peeking out the alleyway?
Yes.
Alrighty. So you are now here, and because we're just making everyone be on the same map work, so everyone just ignore logisticals where everyone is. You do not have dark vision, but you are welcome to roll perception to see if you see it, if you see anything.
It's my, oh boy, +1. 6.
Great. So, you don't think you see anything. You just see a dark alleyway. It looks like it always does. Dark alleyway. I will say there's
It's the same old dark alleyway.
Yeah, same old dark alleyway. You proceed down it?
Sure.
Alrighty. You're welcome to grab it and kind of move it on down. You should be able to have, yeah. Thankfully, there is no zombie in the alleyway. However, there is one walking up ahead where all the buildings have an area of like I think of a gathering square, but this is kind of a rough side of town, so it's really just a bit of rough pavement.
Yeah.
And he is lurching by. He hasn't quite seen you yet because you're in the shadows, which is good, but because he's looking like, well, you know what this guy is? He looks stronger than the one you saw through the window. He is not the same one. He's got a hard hat on. He's got a work vest on. He looks much more muscly.
Probably construction worker.
A construction worker, and he looks like he's much more sturdy on his feet. He doesn't look like he's shuffling as much as he's just not moving quickly. Like he hasn't seen any car jet yet.
I don't want him to see me, so I'd like to try and like stealth, sort of like not let him see me or anyone else.
Okay, and what are you doing for that stuff? Like what actions are you taking to kind of be stealthy?
Since he's walking like in this direction over here, I'd probably like stick against this wall and obviously crouch down to lower my profile.
All right, go ahead and roll stealth.
4. These dice hate me.
Yeah, they I would maybe suggest changing dice. They do not like you. So to be fair, I will have him throw perception and see if he sees you. Caldron, my guy, are you lucky? Are you normally a lucky fella?
Nope.
Because that zombie just rolled a 1 to notice you, so I think you might be a little lucky. He shuffles, not shuffling, he's kind of walking, almost if he's looking for something, but he's not very wise, and he did not see you. And then, do you have any other things you're gonna do? You're gonna kind of like let your heart rate come back down?
I'd like to like peek out sort of, and I guess look to see at all the other buildings to see what's going on in terms of these weird, really beat up looking dead people.
All right, let's see. Go ahead and just roll just a straight d20 for me.
Okay, we're gonna switch to the red one.
All right.
Why don't we? 15.
Okay, you know what? Red might be your color, friend. All right, so you're looking around, and let me check a few line of sight things. Okay, so you can just barely see in front of the warehouse workshop where you bought your chainmail shirt. There's a little bit of there's a gate that lets you into like a little area she has, and there's the actual doors to the building right here. You see that there is a zombie at the gates. You can see that. You see the one, actually make sure you can see that. I think you can. Yeah, so you see this one. You're able to see just barely the one that's at Eric's door. And right ahead, you can see this one advancing on a person you've probably seen in passing. I don't know if you can actually see that far, but you can see a zombie approaching something from your
Also,
spot.
would I have heard the yelling from the corner store?
I don't know. Shar, are you, or Tinder, are you yelling at all? I mean, I guess the gas station lady, you probably heard her yelling about police brutality and I'm recording something. I'm recording this. Police aren't going to get away with this. Police in Flake City will not get away with police brutality. Not in my city. Not today. You know, she's ranting.
Tinder is kind of like really frazzled and she's like, oh, no. I need to get back to Box. No. Like, I kind of frantic of like thinking about Box and wanting to make sure he's okay because if shit's gone sour at the grocery store, what's happening with him?
Right? So that is what you're able to hear. So you definitely hear someone screaming about possible police brutality. Because again, she's only seeing part of this. She's not sure what she's actually seeing. She's about to start regretting her screaming in a minute. And then you hear Tinder fretting. And I don't know, Eric, if you made any noise whenever the zombie discovered you. Did you just say, ah, shit?
I just started, yeah. I was trying to get the bite and start it, but
Just look to the left, to the right. This is pretty fucked up.
it's advancing on me, right?
It is, yeah.
I cast Eldritch Blast.
I guess I will hold my action to use that blind spot again on the next zombie that sees me.
Using Agonizing Blast.
Alrighty, that will hit. Alright, so that's 7 damage, Eric. Alright, and Keldrin, you will have seen I'm assuming...
Electrical cracking, and then it hits it.
So yeah, Keldrin, you would have seen the electrical crackling coming from the dark alleyway, hitting a zombie and crackling all around. So that's something that you would definitely see since you're actively looking as well. Tinder, you may have also, because you're kind of in tune to like electrical whatnot, so you probably also noticed a blast, something going off. You may have seen a few tendrils sneak out of the alleyway. You also could be too focused on the zombie, but it stands to reason you may have noticed.
That is close to where Box is, so I think I'd be hyper aware because like I am focused on Box. So it's making me want to get out of here more.
All right, and what do you do to that aim?
I'm gonna see. I know I've already engaged this guy trying to get away from him, but I'm gonna see if I can't escape him. 15. I'm gonna go like here. Ish, like, and prepare to try to leave, but I want to also make sure, like, check my path before I just rush out into the opening.
All right, so you've edged around, assuming that it's probably also clumsily following you, but he's dumb. So you're on your way out. When you get to the doorway, you're welcome to roll 20 if you want. You can do perception.
Not
Star's on
20,
point.
is it?
Yeah, okay, so Shar is going to be our roller for today. So here's what you notice, because you rolled a nat 20 on your perception, I'm just going to give you a bunch of cool shit to notice. So not only do you notice outside that there is this zombie that's walking around, there's a couple zombies that are, let me reveal this one, there's this guy right here, there's one here, you sense that you're just, that roll was so good, you're just sensing shit everywhere. You also sense that there's at least one in front of your warehouse, possibly two, and you also notice that the bar that you can see into from this vantage point, if you're like, sneaking your head out but not actually coming out, what you're also aware of is that the bar itself is empty, and you see inside the bar some zombies shuffling around.
This will not do. Actually, I have a cool thingy I can do, being an artificer.
Also, if this is happening at the same time, she'd probably also see me sticking my head out around the corner.
100% yes. You guys possibly even see each other both peeking your head out, cartoon style, like, oh hey, we're both fucking terrified, huh? Okay.
Do I see the burning shopping cart in the corner store?
It's safe to assume that you do, yeah.
I'm gonna talk to her telepathically and ask her, did you light that cart on fire? Randomly, I just start talking in your head. I don't know if you find that normal, but random guy starts talking to you in your head.
Who's this? How are you in here?
In the alleyway.
What?
The alleyway.
Hi.
I wave over to you.
Hi.
Do you know what's going on?
It's like those movies. The colorful pictures with the creatures that died.
Creatures tend to do that.
But then they don't die, and they eat things. Like to bite people.
And while this conversation's going on telepathically, Eric, a zombie's advancing on you.
Okay. Make sure nothing's coming up on my rear. Just check my 6 real quick, and then I'm gonna hit him with another Eldritch Blast.
There's nothing behind you.
Right.
Go ahead and do the roll while they finish their chit chat.
Abby, also, as per our discussion about my nervous nature, I grease myself.
You made me ink.
So
Put
there's
25 to hit.
That'll hit. So just to be clear, is it the fear of the zombie approaching you, Tinder, or is it the guy talking in your head?
Yes.
12 points of damage, Abby.
She's overstimulated and kind of like super anxious and just like greases herself.
All right. Kind of so it's an Eldritch Blast, Billy?
Yes.
Or Eric? All right.
It's force damage.
All right, so as you push this ball out, a large force of it pushes the zombie back. He ends up falling dead again. Another dead. And when that happens, the ball is so intense that it actually gets, noticed out in the open area.
Really busy.
I'm assuming your friends who are having a telepathic conversation while looking out into the alleyway probably have now also seen this giant explosion of light and whatnot while they're having their telepathic conversation. They may have observed a giant bright light. You guys tell me what you do to that.
Did you do that? Like, how did that happen?
I can't use magic, so that could not have possibly have been me.
Are you sure you can't use magic? You're in my head. That seems kind of magical.
It's a valid point.
I've just been like this. I'm not magic-like, but that's besides the point. We have to make sure we're safe before debating about whether or not I'm magic.
Fair enough.
That not dead thing in the center, I'll point to the construction worker guy over here.
He
We
seems
shouldn't
unpleasant.
get his attention or any of these things' attentions.
I need to get back to my house. Box is waiting for me, and I really need to make sure he's okay.
Why do you care about a box?
Box is my best friend, and I love Box. Box is the only thing that matters.
All right, is this place safe?
Yes, very safe. I make things. I know things. I do things.
Are you that artist fur lady?
I am.
Oh, you made me this shirt. I'll tug on my normal looking dress shirt.
Oh yes, I remember making that. It was very easy to make. Box brought me pieces for it.
Still don't know who Box is.
If you look in my house, you'll see who Box is.
It's a crow.
A raven, but yeah.
I thought about getting on the bike and thought better of it because it's crotch racket, loud.
I was like, look, I've spent much of the week brainstorming the mechanics behind how to punish you guys for noise, so by all means.
Yeah, I bet. So I'm carefully approaching this dead undead.
All right, it seems to be dead. It seems that your blast has kind of turned it into not much. There was a lot of damage to its skull, but also to the rest of its body. You're not really sure if it was damage to the head or just a lack of hit points that did it in, but it is dead and seems to actually be unmoving. And dun, 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 dun. Around now, it is just before 5:30, and a nearby radio crackles to life. It's been dead silence. And mind you, there are zombies everywhere wandering around. There's also radios. There's the one in the grocery store that's normally playing music. If you left one on in your house, it might be on. And you hear... You're listening to Meta Radio, music, talk, and stars. This is DJ Sam, normally in the PM, and you are listening to our Power Rock Hour. The time is 5:30 p.m. The weather is cold. It's already in the 30s on this side of town. We have a cold front moving in, and apparently a bunch of people are sick already. Go get some vitamins, but don't go too far. We got the newest hit from the band you all know and love coming up in 5. This is Meta Radio, Flake City. And then a couple hit songs begin playing, some poppy, trendy, allowed to be played during daytime radio time is played.
And this is coming from where?
This is coming from a few different places. One of those places is in here, grocery store is. With the zombie and everything, by the way, Shar, you have seen the woman kind of, I won't say push past you, but she gets very slippery, slides around trying to get past you. Either she's scared by the zombie that's still left in there. She does finally make her way out and runs out this way. You don't know what's going to happen to her. She's just no longer in the equation. She is screaming. There were you assume some things following her. However, the sound of the radio is in both the bar and also the corner store. So very suddenly, you have a few living zombies begin lurching this way.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. What will I
I'm
do?
gonna telepathically tell her you should probably move.
Yes.
Preferably not in my direction. You should go towards the explosions since one of those things died to those. Actually, speaking of which, do we see...
I assume for now you can see him because he's kind of at the edge, so you can probably easily see him from here, and then since you're at the door, you can probably also just see him since your fence is chain link, you can probably see around the edge and see it.
This is gonna become a thing. Your character, Eric, I believe is the name.
Right.
You hear a voice in your head. Was that explosion you in the alleyway?
So this is different than what I'm used to on my end.
On the other side of the street. I'm in the other side of the alleyway, crouched down.
Yeah, it was me.
You should do that to all of these things.
You should use all your spell slots.
What's going on?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. There's a lady that was in the convenience store that turned a shopping cart into green flames.
Did I see her come across in front there from the convenience store to the edge where Tinder moved?
Yeah, because the chain link fence is see-through, so it stands to, or, spaces which you can see through. So it stands to reason you probably did see her movement, and you saw that her movement was more controlled and less lurching. Tinder, as you do move over there, of course, you're gonna be in, there's zombies moving close to you. You're gonna need to get ready to defend yourself against that. Caldron, you can roll a stealth check.
Continuing talking to Eric, we should probably get to somewhere safe, like that artificer's place with the chain link fence.
Is that the girl that just crossed?
I believe so. I did better than last time, guys. I got a 6.
So as that zombie shuffles, she happens to look over and sees you looking like a snack and begins, ooh, easier food.
Keen mind. Roll wisdom save.
All right. Ooh, it's gonna be close. Oh, that -2 is gonna give him every time. 11?
Fail. I'm invisible to the zombie till the end of my next turn.
So the zombie lurches towards you and then and lurches away again. So once again, heading in the direction of your friend they can see.
Friend, this is a stranger, but I help strangers.
I'm going to... Whoops.
All right, Eric, what are you doing? Antic!
Right? I'm going to move here. And is this one attacking the artificer yet?
About to, yeah. This is all happening the same moment of time. There's a zombie getting ready to just...
I'm going to try to hit him again with Eldritch Blast.
All right, go ahead and roll for it.
I'm also looking scanning the ground for a piece of pipe or a piece of wood, something I use as a club, an impromptu club.
Okay.
As I come down the alley.
You don't at this time see anything,
Okay.
unless I don't think that Tinder's the type to leave shit hanging around the outside of her fence. But
Got it.
I'd like to just move down there to start making my way over to the workshop.
That GM moving stuff in the background, all sneaky like.
21 to hit.
21 will hit.
Everybody's rolling good except me.
15 damage.
Our friend Kat is that way every time.
It's bad.
We play. She has some of the coolest stuff and rolls just terribly.
It's rough. Good damage on the zombie Eric. And Caldron, you moved out in the open. As you did, a person replaced where you were standing, and anyone who's looking, you'll just see a plume of smoke.
Repeat that? I didn't catch it.
Where Keldrin was standing, once he moved forward, a person came up the alleyway, came up behind where he was standing, and has now taken his place where he was standing. And all you guys really see is a little bit of purple hair and a whole bunch of smoke.
That's what I missed, the very last description of him.
Yeah.
But it's not a zombie.
Not a zombie.
Right?
Not a zombie.
See, is that you?
Wouldn't be a party if Roxy's not here to party. Caldron, you said you moved out into the open. What are you aiming to do?
Continue my way over to where the other people are.
Are you trying to just go around?
Yeah, because they're facing this way. My only problem right now would be the zombie and the ones here.
And as you're doing that, the smoke plume runs out, and Caldron, the familiar face that you've seen pass before that looks maybe familiar previous time in your life, just all of a sudden is right next to you and goes, "Hey buddy, you might need this," and just hands you a baseball bat. "All right, be safe and good luck." And she actually cuts through some zombies who seem to not notice her. And next to you, Eric, she just hands you like a sack, think like a sports bag. "Hope this helps, good luck." And just like that, she's down this alley she is down this alley between two zombies. She kind of clotheslines the one that was closest to you, Shar, and knocks it back. She's like, "Clothesline, bitch!" Like, she's almost seems like she's having fun. Like, she's not really taking any of this seriously. And then she's gone again. Back towards the airport in the direction that she is going. And you now each will have, so Caldron, you'll have like a baseball bat. Eric, the bag you had a couple baseball bats, a cricket bat, and a crowbar. And the zombie that was on you, is on you, Tinder, has been pushed back. Just so it's a little bit of breathing room, which will give you an action that you can use for whatever you're going to do it for. You can use that for unlocking, you can use that for fighting, you can use that for whatevs. What do you do?
Lock my gate and kind of pull Eric in and hold the gate closed, waiting for Caldron. And since we have this telepathic thing, it's like, "Hurry up, get over here. I need to check on Box."
I'll make my way over as soon as possible.
All right, so you've gotten the gate open. Eric, do you follow her inside?
Yes, I do. Wait, can I hear her communicating mentally or just him?
I think you can just hear him when he communicates with you.
Okay. Did I say, "Hey, can I come? Can I follow?"
Yes, hurry. Do you think you could watch the gate so I can check on Box? I must check on Box.
Absolutely. I'll make sure our other friend gets in.
Yes, but none of the dead thingies.
Not if I can
Don't
help
look
it.
at it. And I kind of continue running towards Box.
I take the cricket bat out and I toss her the rest of the bag in case you need something.
Thank you.
All right.
I guess that leaves me.
Yep, Caldron.
Immediately dropping the bat. I'm running.
All right, and when you drop it, that's going to be noisy. Gonna go ahead and roll stealth on that, please. Unless you're not trying to be stealthy at all when you do it, but I mean, you dropping a bat's gonna have some sort of roll if they notice.
10.
All right, so at least a couple of them look over at you. The one that you're most concerned about is this one. Is he 20 feet away from you? I'd be worried. So the main one is 25 feet away from you, and he's got you in his sights.
Nice. Cool. I'm going to use my action to dash. And
Good idea.
that should get me... I will be taking that opportunity attack.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Zombie gets an opportunity attack on me.
Oh, gotcha. I'm like, is he? He's getting ready to do something else. So really, I'm gonna say when you do your dash, I need you to make a dex saving throw. Since these are all happening at the same time.
Okay.
While you run, he's charging.
Well,
Ooh. You don't have any perks on that? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It was a strength. That's a strength saving throw. I don't know if that's better for you or not.
10.
10? Cool. Great. It does nothing. So you guys are gonna probably end up colliding a little bit. So as you are running past, he's running towards you. His opportunity attack is that charge that he does. Dun, 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 dun. He is going to have to roll to see if he actually attacks you or if he's just slamming into you.
Is this technically an attack roll?
So he is charging at you. I'm determining if he actually does damage on that. So he is trying to attack you, yes.
Because I do have something for if they do an attack roll.
Okay.
As a reaction, I can use this thing that costs something to impose disadvantage on the attack roll against me. And if the attack still hits me, they take 2d10s.
Is that going to cost you a spell slot?
It's going to cost me 2 of these points that I have.
Okay, I'm going to try and be a little bit fair to you and say that maybe you don't want to use that.
Okay.
Yeah, I see what he rolled, and I see your AC, and I don't think you're actually in danger. And you only have so many of those resources. If you want to, though, feel free. But you know,
All right.
I will probably hold you to those kind of rolls in the future, but
Okay.
you know,
Then I won't sit.
yeah, you don't. He has got a pretty low he's got a pretty low attack ability, and he did not roll very well. Your AC is much higher than he rolled. He does try and charge past you. You try to dodge. You don't really succeed in dodging, but he's a zombie and he's dumb. He charges past you, and you're able to complete your dash to the fence. I'm assuming at the fence you are let in by Eric. Yes.
Yes.
All right. Inside, you're all in. What are you doing to the gate?
Trying to lock it, secure it. If there's a chain, I'll chain it.
All right, so Shar, tell us what the locks look like on that fence. Ooh, it's 8 o'clock. So, since you're all in one place, let's take our first little break. We'll call it, everyone back here at 20 minutes after whatever hour it is, wherever you are. And we'll pick back up with you all in here, planning your actions. While we all come back, I can go ahead and do the next broadcast from the radio if you're all ready. And I do have a recorded version available as well, but I really couldn't figure out sharing it in the YouTube video into Discord and all that jazz. So I'll probably unprivate the video again later. In the meantime, the time has turned to after 6, which is when the after dark portion of the radio station tends to pick up. For the regular listeners of the radio station, you know that means that the usual sunny tone of meta radio becomes a little more sarcastic and a little more FCC doesn't like it as much. This is the segment of the radio where Sam gets to kind of play what she wants, do what she wants. And you hear on the radio that's playing in the shop, this is Meta Radio and I'm your DJ in the PM, Sam. This is Meta Radio After Dark. So load the bong, tap the keg, do whatever, because tonight looks to be a long one. Tonight's theme, infected. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you like the sound of my voice. I may be the only voice you hear on the radio for a while. I was called in to come woman the radio station as the last DJ available in the city, and in the time between that phone call and this broadcast, ladies and gentlemen, shit has gotten insane outside. But you don't have to take it from me. We will have callers all night while the infected are more calm, or so we hope. I will say that I encourage all of you to make sure your windows are barricaded and your doors are securely locked. It appears that some of the people affected by the virus in Flake City are trying to break into homes. As far as I can see, the news station is down, and so are any internet communications regarding this event. We here at Meta Radio have the exclusive, being the first to cover this developing story in quarantine, but sadly, as we often discuss on this radio channel, radio listenership is way down, thanks to current trends. I blame TikTok. I really hope some of you are listening. I know we have some college listeners, and they're going to be joining us. First up, we'll be joined by the sorority sisters who are currently taking shelter at the Zed frat house. Paige, how are you holding up? And do you guys continue listening to the broadcast, or do you guys take over your own actions?
I don't really think I would care about the radio at this particular moment, as we are surrounded by zombies.
I have earbuds in and are just tuned into the radio. So yeah, I would still be listening.
All right, and what you're hearing in the background is an interview with some sorority girls who are saying that they had to flee their sorority house. The zombies were breaking in, and they ran as fast as they could. And unfortunately, they ended up at the Zed house, where the only supplies they seem to have is beer. And the interview continues on as zombies seem to surround you guys. The radio noise does seem to be drawing them in, as well as seeing you guys, because there's chain link. There's the radio in the convenience store, which is next to the warehouse. There's also any sounds from inside the warehouse. There's also, 2 or 3 live, fresh, I say live, whatever. 3 people that are drawing attention of these zombies, and the chain link fence is, you can, as I mentioned, you can see through it. They can very much see you. So these zombies are all kind of approaching and gathering around the fences.
I'm gonna turn around a little bit and ask the lady trying to get into her place, hey, you think these fences will hold?
Yes, they're very sturdy. I built them myself.
I'd like to take a closer look at one of the zombies.
Which one?
We'll say the construction worker.
All right. In the time that the crowd has gathered, you actually notice there's 2 construction worker type zombies. One has had a little bit of damage dealt to it from the scuffles, but they both seem to be kind of, bloody face, like they've eaten. They have their protective gear on. One actually has what looks like a harness on, like maybe he had been working on the electrical or something like that. You don't really know what he was working on. You can see a harness from being up in the air. The other one's just wearing the orange reflective vest. They both still have their hard hats on, and they both definitely seem quick on their feet, feet, muscular. Their section of the fence definitely seems like the most in danger because they are very strong. The fence is pretty sturdy construction. It is chain link, but it is a very sturdy chain link. It's not like the cheap shit you see. It's like one of the sturdier industrial ones you see. And the posts that are sunk in with concrete. So it is of sturdy construction. However, it should be noted that this is not meant to withstand like a ton of assault either, right? This is meant to make sure the criminals can't get in, right? It's not meant to be, sustained force over a long period of time, but it does seem to be holding for right now.
What about their outline?
Their outline? So since we don't really know a lot, I'll say this. The outline of those two that you're looking at, those two construction workers, if all of the zombies had a similar color outline, theirs would seem stronger.
We should get inside.
I agree.
Pull the doors open and rush inside.
I don't know about you, but I'm following.
Box, honey, I'm home.
I went ahead and moved you guys all into the interior and closed the door behind you.
Yes.
And now I get to play with a new fun mechanic I've been working on. Zombie memories! Alright, you guys are inside the safety of the warehouse now. What are you guys doing?
I rushed the box.
I checked that bag out that was tossed to us. See what else is in it.
Alright, inside that bag you find the baseball bat, cricket bat, and crowbar that were mentioned. You also see a pack of pre-rolled joints and a bag of loose, nugged weed.
Once I make sure that Box is okay, I go to one of my tinkering tables and I start tinkering to make an eldritch cannon.
Okay.
I also do an inventory on my backpack, see if I ain't left anything behind.
Claudrin, what are you doing?
This has all kind of happened very suddenly, so I'm kind of gathering myself. One moment I was just on my computer listening to radio. Next, there's a bunch of dead people that are alive trying to kill everyone around me. So I'm just kind of gonna walk around and think.
So listeners, please barricade windows and doors and keep noise and light to a minimum. According to this group of people, once these sick individuals become infected and the fever gets a hold of them, they seem to get violent. Now we have Nate with the Zed House. Sam, anyone who has ever seen a single Romero movie, a single episode of The Walking Dead knows what this is. These people may have been sick, but they are definitely violent now, and they are trying to eat us. Headshots, double tap. This is the kind of stuff from movies. So Nate, are you saying zombies? I'm saying zombies. This shit is horrifying. This is a radio just walking away.
Is there a radio in here blaring?
I don't know if it's blaring. It's on.
It's on. I would say I keep it on, usually for background noise. Fox and I like to use it to learn common.
Could we maybe turn down the radio a little bit? We don't want to attract more of these things.
Oh yes, good idea.
Is there any areas we need to be reinforcing?
My area is pretty secure. I've done good to keep it secure. I don't think do I have windows?
You do.
Oh.
I'll give you a quick little tour of the place, actually. Let me get the whole building in frame, and I'll give it a little toursy tour. So here's your little garden area. It's mostly overgrown concrete with grass and whatnot. Nothing too fancy, but it's an outdoor area that's protected by a gate. These are your enforced doors. You do have a window right here. They are the reinforced kind of windows you do tend to see in warehouse spaces, but you do actually have a lot of windows for the natural light. Over here is this whole room is where a lot of your gas tanks with all the different kinds of welding torches and gas and whatnots are. If you zoom in, you'll see a bunch of different tanks I put into the map. There's another window right here and a smaller one right here. There's a industrial door you can go through right here, which takes you into your tinkering shop. Windows in here include this small one here, large one over here. It's like a little living area with a couch and some freezer setup right here. And then in your sleep area, you also have a very large window.
We probably should board the windows just to be safe.
I agree.
What should we use? Do you have any blankets or?
Blankets? Blankets don't protect from anything.
Well,
They're soft and cuddly. You need steel. Check in my tinkery stuff. There probably is some stuff that will work. We could do something. I look through boxes of tinkering bits and baubles to see if there's any sheets of steel or wood that could be used for the bigger windows.
All right, and some supplies do have the issue of, you keep a fairly good, you keep a very clean shop, and you don't have a ton of wood hanging around because it's, you're mostly machinist metalworking type of thing. There are some plates of steel here and there that might be tricky to, adhere to the walls, since it's, it's steel walls. But there are some extra sheets of metal you could probably at least secure some of the windows. You have to kind of pick which is most important to you, where your areas are going to be. I'd say you probably have enough steel steel plating to cover like 2 big windows, maybe an extra small one. Not quite all of them, but some.
I would say we need to do the living area in my tinker shop. That, like, the reinforced door is really strong, and we could get the ones in my bedroom and in my living room covered, and then this window by me and Box. This is Box's favorite window. He likes to sit out there and mock the other birds, and I like scratch like Box's beak.
Do y'all have any opinions on this plan?
Really?
What if we could take my table and block off my bedroom and like just completely block that out where they'd have to knock it down. And then we'd have the one big window and the 2 little windows to worry about. What do you guys think?
I mean, we also don't necessarily need to reinforce them. As long as they don't see us, it works.
True.
So that's why I mentioned a blanket, because you can just put it over the window, and because the window's already reinforced. So I'd say we could put the metal to wherever the most important windows are, and then windows that we don't think zombies would be able to see us that easily, we can put blankets.
Okay. I only have 1 blanket. I don't really use them.
You have spray paint.
There might be paint in my stuff. I don't really have to paint the things I make. Metal is pretty.
I think that the most you would have would be the yellow caution paint that you just keep on hand for
If it involves metal, I can't help. But
the legal standing you need to have to mark off your certain doorways. This also right here is a large bay door that opens up the street as well when your larger vehicles come in for tinkerings and whatnot. So you do have another entrance to also be concerned about if they,
It's a giant metal door. I don't think they're getting through a giant metal door.
Abby grins as she rolls a bunch of dice.
It's fun. Get to kind of figure out like what zombies would do. Like, thinking in the mind of what a zombie would do is kind of the thing I've been researching and preparing for my whole life, It bugs me how zombies react in most movies and games. I want a real experience here.
I am excited. Zombies.
All right, we should probably figure out who's doing what. Like, who's helping with putting the metal.
Can handle the metal. You want to go put the blanket over the window?
Which one should I put it on?
The one in the living area. Over
All right,
there.
that works. I'll grab whatever blanket you give me.
The only blanket I have is in my room.
I'll go grab that. I guess I step in, and there's 2 zombies at the window.
Yep, there are 2 zombies at the window. When you step in, they spot you and immediately begin banging on the reinforced glass.
One of them I will just blind spot. You know the drill, wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, it might have this one. Never mind. 14?
That actually passes.
Oh, this one said, "Nuh-uh, I see you."
Dang, okay. I'll grab the blanket, check it out of the room. And obviously the 2 other people in the room. There's 2 zombies at the window and in your bedroom, so we'll keep that in mind.
Did you close the door behind you and also
Yes, close the door.
And which window are you putting the blanket on?
Living room window. 1 zombie.
Alright, so I marked in blue that you're putting a blanket on it, but yeah, there is a zombie there, and when he sees you approaching with it, it's gonna start banging on it, and it's gonna do its wisdom saving throw. Ooh, that's not gonna pass. That's a 4.
Fails. So
Yeah.
it just sees a floating blanket. Put it up.
And then the blanket goes like, nah, you don't see anything actually. Alright, so we have that one, and like I said, it's marked with the pen. So there's a blanket on that one. So we do have that window, if not barricaded, to where a zombie can no longer see through it. And that zombie doesn't remember seeing you anyway. Oh, hey, Amy. It's your first appearance for Flake City? What's up? Alright, Eric, what are you doing?
I don't know. Kind of freaking out. Probably goes over here on this table, pulls out his laptop, tries to hook up, see if he can figure out what's going on.
Alright, what are we're gonna say that you're using this kind of round of set stuff up, but once you have it set up, what are you gonna be searching?
Just going back to that, what he was trying to decode that message that went out.
Alright, so
Anything else major that's left the city that's not what, that would tell him more than what's being told on the radio.
What you notice, and what the radio probably just wouldn't know, is it seems that yesterday a whole bunch of private flights took off, had not been previously registered at the private airport. All of a sudden, Manifest got logged about 24 hours ago, and a bunch of people took private jets out of Flake City, out of the private airport that's next to y'all's warehouse area. A few of those names you recognize as being very well-to-do names are in and around Flake City.
Well, somebody got a heads up this was coming.
Yeah, and you look at it, and it seems like, because at first first your thought was, well, if the hospital person fucked this up, maybe there was them reporting, so you had that message that you were trying to decipher. However, you noticed that the first manifest actually happened probably at least 24 hours before that message had been sent from the hospital to the government. So yes, an official message was sent to the government 24 hours ago, but it was not sent. The manifest started happening before that happened. There's also...
Well, guys, based on what I can tell, seems like a lot of big influential people bailed out of the city about 48 hours before this really hit the fan.
And you can also tell that there were some manifest flights that were meant to come back into Flake City. Because for context, time of year-wise, Thanksgiving was the week before. You were on the Tuesday after Thanksgiving. American Thanksgiving. We're looking at the end of November. And normally people have come back, from visiting their family, and they come back, from holidays, some point over the long weekend, since we have Thursday of Thanksgiving. In this case, it seemed like a lot of flights back did not come back in the first place, and people who did stay in the city left. So you're not only aware that the well-to-do folk seem to have gotten out of Dodge, but some folk didn't come back. So there definitely seems to be something suspicious there. Guys, how do you react to this information?
Probably the government's problem.
I am going to go over to my little refrigerators in my living area and grab a bottle of what looks to be motor oil and take a drink.
Perfectly normal.
No.
All right, does anyone comment on your new acquaintance drinking motor oil?
I probably actually don't know what that is.
That's right, you probably don't know what that is.
Yes, I should be a good host. If you'd like, there's drinks in the fridge.
What, like ale, water?
All sorts of things that humans like. I think there's water and meat and beer. That's what the radio said.
The radio says lots of things.
Now we're back for our next Power Rock hour. So get ready to rock. So there is a
board up
fridge
some more windows.
drinks. Huh?
You're gonna board up some more windows.
Yeah. Well, Eric's like, yeah, I'm not worried about that. I'm just gonna hack the world. You guys are boarding up windows and drinking motor oil and hacking the internets. Is that roughly correct?
Yeah.
I greased myself. I need to replenish my oils.
I'm gonna kind of look around and then see Guyana's computer. I actually don't know any of your names aside from the raven in the corner of the room.
Oh yes, humans interact. Tinder, and this is Box.
I know Box. I know all too well about Box. You said Tinder? Like that dating site?
I'm Tinder. I don't know what dating is. Is this a
I've seen it
human
on the
customer?
computer.
Yeah, my name is Eric.
Eric.
And your name?
Cauldron.
And you do magic in people's head.
Not magic, no. I wouldn't classify it as magic.
Right.
Then how are you in my head?
It's complicated.
Did he get in your head?
I'm doing that standard hack, trying to get my AI to get in. My AI is named Echo, but I'm also kind of in the background going to see if I can find out anything on Tinder and Cauldron.
Alrighty. And what are you searching specifically?
Just the standard background check,
Interesting. Okay.
Like through government files, like criminal record and whatnot.
Yeah.
We're going to probably need to skill check your hack abilities, which we don't actually have skill scores for, but we're going to go ahead and do a D20 roll for that one. I will say that easily accessible knowledge would include that Tinder has stepped away. So X amount of years, she'll tell us how many, she purchased this warehouse and has, done all the things that one is supposed to legally do to be on paper and own this business. It doesn't seem to be other than the scantest amount of legalities. There seems, oh good, she's back.
I wrote a natural 19.
Okay, cool. That will tell us some things. Sure. Tinder bought her warehouse how long ago?
4 years ago?
Okay. So Tinder's bought the property, she owns it, doesn't seem to have any problems with her ownership or anything like that. No back taxes or anything like that. Everything is kosher and above board. She does have a business, although it does seem to be like maybe a little bit off the books kind of business, but hasn't caught anyone's attention or anything. So the information you see is at very least a pretty clean record on her online. Cauldron's a little trickier to place because you don't really have any information to search, right? Like Tinder owns this warehouse. Right, so
yeah,
like,
yes.
There's information.
I might come up with as much as a college student locally enrolled, or maybe not.
So that's we're gonna get to that. So
We're gonna get to that.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Okay.
So you don't have his last name, right? With Tinder, you have a location you can search that matches her name, so you kind of can figure some things out. Cauldron, you don't really see where he came from. You're like, oh, he came from that direction. That's not an address. Didn't give you a last name. If you have a way to take a picture, you could try to do like a image search thing.
I'm not gonna try to discreetly take a picture at this point.
Like, you would have to roll stealth for that one, probably.
Yeah,
yeah,
not very stealthy.
You don't really have enough information to get more than that. There's no reports of a person matching their description causing mayhem in the area, I'll tell you that, but there's nothing really available. If you had rolled,
No huge red flags show up for either one of them.
No. So when you're searching, what are you searching specifically when you're searching those background databases in regard to Caldron? What are you searching specifically on those?
I mean, it's gonna be if there's a criminal record or if it's okay.
Yep. No.
Okay.
Then you don't see anything.
No news is good news.
Yeah. No arrest record for sure.
So, what's your deal, Cauldron?
Oh, I'm just a college student.
What are you learning about? I'm learning about humans.
Religious studies?
Religious?
At Flake City.
Yeah.
That's the things that humans believe in, right?
Yeah.
Like Santa Claus? Lots of people believe in Santa Claus.
Who's that?
I think he's a religious icon. He's on the commercials, and all the kids talk about how he sees you when you sleep.
That's kind of weird.
I know, right? But they talk about him a lot this time of year.
Strange.
Alrighty there, Abby.
Nice fun fact there.
Yeah, and for the record, Matsu is the formal name of what is abbreviated. It's Flake City College. Basically, it's the university that's there in Flake City. Got a longer name. Matsu is the abbreviation for it. And there's a fun bunch of legends surrounding Kamatsu and Matsu. As a college student, if you are truly a college student, you would know the drinking game called being Kamatsu. It's where you drink to the point of absolute oblivion.
That sounds horrible.
It is.
So, Caldron, where did you say you attended studies?
At Matsu place.
Interesting. I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but how's your food situation, Tinder?
I was at the store getting more food, but I left my cart with that zombie thing. I have a little bit of food for if humans come and need to have stuff tinkered with. I have 2 fridges. You can check and see what's there. I don't eat much.
Sorry, we never described what our characters look like.
That'd be great.
Yeah, because I'd like to know if you look like a person or if you look like a robot.
Like a person.
For my character, I am looks like early 20s, 5'10" Asian male, black eyes, black hair, more of like a lean build, wearing a white dress shirt with a navy blue tie, navy blue pants, brown belt, and tan dress shoes.
Tinder is... Oh, go ahead, Billy.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, please.
Tinder has red hair. She looks very bookish. Think kind of like a very steampunk tinkery glasses on her face that kind of she has the option to like flip something to like magnify and look at the things that she's tinkering with. She appears to be human, but she may not be all that she appears to be. She's trying to assimilate to the people around here. She's wearing like a loose fitting blouse, has like little bags that hold like her tinkering supplies and like linen pants and comfortable shoes.
Eric, he's roughly 6 foot tall, middle 20s, close shaved hair on the sides, longer on the top, spiked. It got like purple tips, wearing a heavy, kind of a mix between a steampunk type jacket and a street like crotch rocket heavy motorcycle jacket, lighter but still leathery looking pants and boots. And he's not skinny, but he's not buff either. He's just kind of real athletic looking, kind of tan. He's got some small, they almost look like shadows, but closer inspection by now you'll have noticed they're probably real small facial tattoos. And every once in a while when he turns his eyes, you can see almost like active circuit, like he's wearing a contact with an active circuits in it, and they kind of glow green from real faint greenish glow.
I'd like to walk over to Tinder and take a look at her outline.
I'm also going to check out while he's doing that, I'm going to check out the refrigerators, see what food situation is.
Alrighty. What do you see when you look at Tinder's outline? 1 second. I gotta go and check a DM that I had messaged Shar with the other day. And then, Shar, did you include your alignment on the stuff you sent me for your character?
I'm neutral good, I think, is what I decided. Let me just double check.
It does sound like you. Chaotic good or neutral good, you know. Chaotic is pretty implied with you, but good is also pretty normal. Therefore with the hobos.
Chaotic good is lighting a shopping cart on fire and wrapping it into some
It was obviously a zombie though, so like, you know, it could be worse. It's not like she's
There
Erica
was a
and tackling
human
stuff.
in the grocery store. She got away because I rammed him with the shopping cart.
Yo.
I did good. I'm not bad. I'm a good Tinder.
So we'll say for now, narratively, that you're neutral good, unless you find something that conflicts with that. You do see an outline. It does not look like your average humanoid outline.
Oh, you were right. I'm chaos.
Yeah, I do know you a little bit. You do see an aura about her outline that feels kind of positive and good, but definitely a little chaotic, a little like this bitch will make some weird shit happen, but always probably for the not for bad reasons anyway. And the outline is present, but definitely does not seem, you know, human or anything like that.
What's wrong with that? As I look at you.
You're just looking at this. What's wrong with this?
There's nothing wrong with Tinder. Tinder is wonderful. Tinder is very great.
I'm talking about the other thing. As I again gesture like around you.
I don't
Do you not know what I'm
compute
talking
this.
about? Do you not know what I'm talking about? Well, Eric has one as well. The zombies have the small one. Yours is different.
I heard my name. I'm turning around like I'm start listening. Like, what the hell is he talking about?
I got a what now?
Eric?
Are you
What do you have
trying-
that's little?
Tinder and I don't have the same things. What's he talking about?
Well, yeah, hers is shaped different than yours. Yours is normal shaped. Are you
Well,
trying
he's
to
a
tell
boy
me?
and I'm a girl.
Are you trying to tell me that you can't see that little outline that everyone has?
That we're people shaped. We're not outlined.
No, everyone has a little outline on themselves. You guys can't see that?
That does not compute with me.
Eric,
No.
I have a little outline. It's like sort of translucent, just barely the outside the shape of my body.
I double check my pistol. It's a little weird.
Did you eat mushrooms? I hear that if you eat mushrooms, you see weird things.
No, you can't see. This perplexes me. I'm gonna like hold my hands out, look at myself. You can't.
You just look like a normal cauldron.
I thought everyone could see that.
Hell of a time to find that out.
Oh, you know how I can talk to you with my mind?
No, I don't know how, but yeah, I've seen it.
I sort of take this outline and yours and sort of connect them.
Oh,
If that makes any sense.
is that like our spirits?
I
Our
guess that's
spirits
what.
are connected? I have one
Actually,
of
that
those.
makes a lot of sense. That is what people call those. I've seen some of these things, people calling spirits on my computer laptop. I guess that's what it would be. Yes, I can see your spirits, so to say, your soul.
I have one of those.
It's weird shaped.
Your face is weird shaped, but that's just not nice to do.
I'm not talking about your physical appearance. Your soul. It's not his. Eric's. It kind of encapsulates his entire body. Yours doesn't really do
Well,
that.
I wasn't born like Eric, so that might be why.
I don't know. I can just see spirits.
Okay, I'm closing the refrigerator and putting my back to the wall and looking at both these two now. What the fuck is going on? Bad enough we got zombies at the gate.
See, Eric over there, I can talk to him with my head from the connecting. I knew that this power was something only for me, but I thought everyone could see souls. I can manipulate them to a certain degree. For instance, I'm gonna point at Eric, and you're gonna see my body morph, and I turn into Eric.
Like visually?
Yep.
Excellent.
What sorcery is this? Are you magic? You keep telling me you're not magic.
I don't know what this is. I don't know if it is magic or if it isn't. It's just something I've been able to do. I'm gonna transform back into Cauldron.
Does it hurt? I like poke your face.
No, it doesn't hurt.
How is this possible? I like start like lifting your arm and like investigating, like trying to like figure out how you work.
I was just born this way. I don't know what to tell you. Also, I'm gonna look at Eric and I'm sorry for turning into you. I can't really turn into her, which is a robot.
Robot.
What are you?
I'm just
I'm a
kind of
soul.
staring through you. My brows are down. I'm just like, what the frack?
You keep on referring to me and Eric as humans, so that's kind of led me to believe you're not human.
I look human. I think I passed very well.
I can't turn
Fox
into
has
metal.
taught me how to be a bot. How humans act.
No offense, Tinder, but it looked like earlier you were drinking motor oil.
You don't drink motor oil? What happens when you grease yourself?
Don't grease myself.
Me neither.
Oh, when I get nervous, I grease myself.
Perfectly normal.
Like grease that you get from like pig fat and cow fat.
No, not animal fat. It keeps my joints lubricated so I can move around well. And so I go clickety clackety better. Don't you have to clickety clack?
No.
Ah, shit.
Oh, there's a zombie at the window behind you.
Oh bother. Where's that sheet metal? I grab what's around and start panically trying to.
So as Cauldron says, "Oh shit, there's a zombie." That zombie proceeds to slam, and one of his hands actually does go through the glass. There's the paneling is still around it, the little X's, but his hand goes through one of them, punching through. I assume you're trying to put the steel over it now. Are you guys helping?
I'd like to go over and you're gonna see I'm gonna move my hand down like this, and a blade is going to just come out of my forearm, my forearm, and I'm going to stab the zombie or try and cut off the zombie's arm.
All right, so you're gonna try and cut off the arm.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I'm going to step toward this table and Eldritch blast the zombie. We need to do initiative.
We're just gonna let things kind of all happen at the same time once you all declare your actions. Shar, what are you doing?
I'm gathering the supplies to get the steel, have the steel ready to go, and I'm trying to figure out how I can attach it and grab a torch that's on my table.
All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have Caldron, you're gonna roll to hit. Same with you, Eric, with your Eldritch Blast, and Shar, you're then going to roll, we'll say a D20. It can be whatever score is higher, perception or investigation, your choice, for you to look around and find successful supplies for this procedure.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Nice.
Good. You were gonna need a pretty high one for this cutting through of a hand, so.
14 on the Eldritch Blast.
All right, and then once we get Shar's roll, we will reveal how this all goes.
19. I don't have a plus to either of those. 19.
Okay. Oh, is anyone
Or
declaring?
actually, sorry. No, investigation, I do have a plus 5.
Okay. Was anyone else declaring anything?
Do you want us to roll damage yet?
You're welcome to if you want. That might impact how it all plays out if you want to each roll the damage. We did not discuss this as a group. My apologies. I didn't put it in my session 0 notes. How do we want to handle critical hits? So we can do double damage, which is fun. I know Billy and Shar, we've been doing the max rolled damage plus what you actually roll, or max possible damage plus what you roll. I'm open to suggestions. You guys just tell me how you want to handle crits before we let this crit hit.
I like that. I like the way we've been doing it. It keeps you from rolling 1 and doubling it to on a crit.
Yeah, like that.
Right, so you guys want to proceed with. So the way that works is that if you crit, you'd get your maximum of whatever your possible rolled or hit die is. So if that's a D8, you'd get 8, and then you'd roll it as well and add that together. So since you critted, that's gonna matter in a minute.
Oh, 10 points on the Eldritch Blast. That hit. I don't know if did you ever say a 14 hit?
A 14 does hit, but the crit's gonna hit first.
Sure.
I rolled 20 soul damage.
All right, I'm gonna resolve this bit of combat with the zombie that broke in. And this is the order that goes. So, zombie breaks fist through. Caldron, you, with a mighty swift slice down with the knife that came from your arm, slice the hand clean off. You're holding the hand to slice it as the Eldritch Blast flies by. You manage to deal 20 damage onto it, so it's already like a rage growl as the Eldritch Blast smashes into it, doing an additional 10 damage, shoving it backwards. It falls to the ground. You're not quite sure if it's dead or not, because in that moment, rolling a 19, Tinder did find the thing she needs. She was able to at least shove the metal plate against the window, and you guys are able to, either help her hold it into place so she can put it, secure it to the window, but she manages to slam it into place. And securing you guys, and you now have a zombie hand in your hand, Caldron, which is kind of gross, but it only twitches for a second or two, and then it stops.
I grab the hand and go over to my tinkering station to mess with it and look at it under my magnifying glasses.
Amazing.
These people are not right. Eric's thinking to himself, what in the world am I hooked up with?
That's not very kind, Eric.
I didn't say it out loud. That's just things he's thinking to himself.
I mean, one of you might be able to hear that.
I kind of wave the hand at you, like, hi, as I walk by.
You can read his facial expression. It's probably written all over his face. I was like, what the fuck?
You said the blade retracted back into your arm. Excellent. All right, and metal has been pushed against it. I assume you guys help hold it in place so you can secure it to the wall.
How fast was that blade? Did I see the blade, or did it look like he literally did that with his hand? Right?
Blade comes out from the arm, I cut down, and then it went back in. I don't know how fast that would be.
6 seconds is the
Some
normal
perception
attack.
or something, maybe perception.
Yeah, I'd say that
Abby?
it'd be a low level DC perception to see if you noticed it. So
I've got a passive perception of 12.
Okay. I mean, I would think, like, so to me, I was at the DC at 10 because it's not very hard to see a blade coming out of a sleeve with somebody standing right fucking next to you. So I believe
Sure.
you would have seen it come out. Whether it came, because did you say you're in a short sleeve or a long sleeve, Aldra? Huh?
A long sleeve, but it would have been like folded.
Gotcha. So yeah, you don't really know if it was formed from his flesh or anything, but definitely seemed to have come from him in some capacity and
Wow.
worked well.
Okay. It's sharp. So what did I find when I got into the refrigerators? How's the food situation?
Tinder, do you want to take the lead on that one?
There's various snack foods. There's not any like things to necessarily make like full meals because Tinder doesn't really need human food. You'll find beer, water, sodas, like Lunchable type things, little snacks that would be suitable for her guests to have a little snack while they're waiting for her to fix whatever tinkering items. There's probably some like little individual packs of chips and snack cakes. Definitely, probably some Twinkies because, you know, zombie land. Maybe like a bowl of fruit. You don't see any animal products, really. It's all pretty much like shelf stable things that are going to last a while.
It's good and bad. Okay.
I'd probably
How many-
say it looks like a child went grocery shopping.
How big is this window over here behind me, Abby? How big is this window?
The one behind, the one you guys are all standing by? Oh, that one?
Yeah.
It's like a 5-foot window. It's a real small one. It's a little.
I look for like some aluminum foil or something to cover it. And then I can't remember. Tinder in your outer shop, did we leave the lights on?
You came in after me. I don't know. I needed to check on Box.
Well, after I get that window covered, Abby, I'm going to make sure that there's no lights on in this room right here.
Which room?
So this one, where my character's at.
Gotcha. There's like a faint glow from a few of the electrical, but there is a pretty solid door, a big metal door that kind of blocks light from leaving.
What kind of electrical?
Like fucking LED.
My hydroponics.
Yeah, like LED panelings on machinery.
Okay. On off cantrip. Turn them off. Turn them off. Turn them off.
So you're turning off all this machinery?
Well, I asked Tinder, what does it control?
Again,
What does this stuff control?
Mess with my controls. Don't do that. Door is good. We can
Okay,
turn
no
off the grow lights. I think my plants will be okay.
what is evening time? So it does stand to reason you would probably be, putting them into their evening cycle.
So I go to the panel and like push a couple of buttons and the lights turn off.
Oh, and there's a window here and a window here. You don't currently see zombies outside, but you guys gonna put anything over that as well?
Yeah, we'll cover them with foil, paint, something, cardboard if nothing else.
I have
Something-
a very tiny shop. That might be a problem.
You have a tiny what?
I don't keep a mess. So if I don't need it, it's not here. So I wouldn't have a bunch of cardboard lying around. But we did say we have 2 big sheets of metal and at least 1 small sheet. We've used the 1 small sheet. Abby.
Yeah.
Could the one of the big metal sheets be used to kind of like in a triangle wedge to block off those 2 windows? Not necessarily like a proper barricade, but to block
it
them.
off. Yeah, and it stands to reason you probably could heat the middle enough to kind of get a good bend on it to kind of wedge it in where it needed to go.
Less concerned about those. If we could get the lights turned off, it's just kind of a dead area. We stay in here and cover anything in here so we can use the lights and electronics and stuff.
So we only have 1 window left to cover, and we have 2 pieces of metal in here. So we could do the same thing on the window
In the bedroom?
No, the bedroom has a door, so we can keep the bedroom just shut off.
Okay, I got you.
And there's a door here.
I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, so this door, right here.
And that's gonna be the metal, right?
Yes.
All right.
Like right there.
Okay. And what else are you guys doing?
I start tinkering with the zombie hand to see if I could figure out why the flesh reanimated.
All right.
So like I take like a piece of it and like look under like my magnifying thingy to see if I can tell anything.
Is your magnifying thing a microscope, or is it just a magnifying thing? Those are very different instruments. One you'd plausibly have, one you plausibly would not have.
It would be a magnifying thing. It wouldn't be a scope. I don't have need for microscope.
What you're welcome to roll an investigation on the hand.
17.
Alright, you notice a bite on the hand, and around the bite mark you see some black deadened skin, like a necrosis of the skin around the bite mark.
This guy got bit before he went funky. I think those zombie movies had it right, and the bite is what causes a person to be zombified. Are any of you bitten? You should check to make sure you don't have any bites. I don't want zombies in my house.
I ran around all those things, so there's no possible way I could have been bitten.
I was
But
not.
I
I was
don't know.
not bitten.
Can I roll an insight check to make sure to see if they're lying to me about being bitten?
Sure, you can roll an insight. These guys seem like some stand-up individuals.
Yeah.
To be clear, I don't
You
believe
guys
they've
wouldn't
been
lie to
bitten.
me. You're my new friends.
To my knowledge, they haven't been bitten, if that helps. Yeah, to you, they seem like some trustworthy individuals, and they wouldn't lie to you. Why would they? That one guy bought a shirt from you. That other guy, he came in and just started using your desk to set up his computer. Clearly a trustworthy fella.
I go back to the refrigerator, grab a beer, and I sit down at the computer again, laptop again.
All right.
I'm kind of gonna walk around and see what he's doing, see if he does the same things that I do when I'm on my computer, see if I'm doing things right.
So basically, you're somebody with very limited computer knowledge, and you're looking over the shoulder of a, what's safe to say, expert hacker to see if what you're doing is similar.
So I'm kind of just looking at the screen like, oh, yeah, I don't know what that does.
And you're just seeing like rows of code and stuff like that, and you're used to like Google.
Oh, I didn't know Google could do this.
I look over my
Hey.
shoulder at him and like, it's not Google. It's an AI program I wrote called Echo.
I've heard of these AI things.
Says echo, echo, echo.
That would make sense. Tell me, what does this AI thing look like?
It doesn't really exist. It's just computer language, computer code.
Hey, exists. Just because something's created different than you doesn't mean that they don't exist. That is very discriminatory.
It didn't. No offense, Tinder. Please don't take it wrong. I don't know how you would describe it other than ASCII code. It's just a series of ones and zeros.
Aren't you a
There's-
series of ones and zeros?
Aren't we all a series of ones and zeros?
I don't feel like a
I mean,
one
I
or a
am.
zero.
Are you a 2? That's so cool. I've never heard of someone being a 2 before.
I just use Google. You put in a word and it tells you, I don't understand this. I mean, I do.
What are you, Eric?
What
Eric,
you mean? What
what
am I?
are you like? What do you do for a living? Are you a banker?
No,
Or a
I'm
baker?
no. I work for a company. I did work for a company as an IT specialist, but I'm basically a hacker. I supplement my wealth by doing Bitcoin mining and
Mining is a good way to get rich. If you're the one who lets them keep the
Concord
ores.
do that, right? Like, and sometimes there's pretty stones when you mine. Do you get pretty stones, Eric?
I've never been mining before.
I don't even
No.
know where to get a bit.
no, not that kind of mining. It's data mining.
That's nonsense. You can't
I
mine
guess.
data.
Sure, you can.
I understand these words.
They're words. I understand words, but he speaks nonsense. What are you? You said that you're a student, but you're more than that. What makes you you?
Taking inventory on your food supply there, Tinder, we're gonna have to eventually venture out and scavenge for more food, at the very least.
Yeah, I'm gonna need more oil soon. I only have so much. And what if I grease myself again? That could be messy. What do you think about leaving? We're safe here right now.
Now, but the DM over in the corner keeps rolling dice and putting zombies around the fence.
Don't mind her. She does weird things sometimes.
Pay no attention to the GM behind the screen.
Right?
I don't know. The one with the white hair and black roots, that thing's freaking scary looking.
This is Meta Radio reporting live. We have reports of a few area shelters are trying to set up camp. As a few of you know, the shelters always try to set up ahead of storms. This is obviously a bit different from a storm. Anyone who is not currently exhibiting symptoms may try and seek shelter at the on-campus Catholic Church. There is also a shelter being established at the soup kitchen, and if you are on the richer side of towns, frankly, I hope you all die, because apparently you haven't even been dealing with the problems the rest of us are dealing with right now. But if you start seeing zombies, call in. And remember, listeners, This is a great way to call in and find out what's happening in the rest of the town. Call the radio station. I'm sure your DJ's not worried you're all being ripped apart or anything. This is Sam with the PM reporting live. Meta Radio, Flake City.
I like this person.
Maybe we should call the radio station and see what they think. Maybe they can give us some advice.
Do you have a map of the city, Tinder?
Why would I have a map when I have a computer? Computers have maps. You have a computer right there. You're on it.
Yeah. Yes, I understand. They're still, and I pull up a map of the city, but there's still uses for physical maps.
I could probably draw one out.
I mean, pull up a map of the city and make a note of the Catholic, the area that she said about a shelter. Yeah. About how far is that shelter she was talking about from us?
I went ahead and put the Flake City map up above y'all's, the map you're currently on. Remember, this map is approximate. These distances are not exact. This is just a sketched out type of map. Like, obviously, there's more than 2 major roads. This is the area they're referring to.
And we are here?
Yeah, you guys are in this area. Yeah.
So quite a ways.
Quite a ways. With what Sam just alluded to, it seems like this half of town is getting hit the hardest. This half seems to not be having as many problems.
I don't know what we should do. This is my first time being in this situation.
I think it's safe to say it's the first time for all of us.
Some people were talking about some, what did they say, movies?
Oh, yes. There are these picture boxes that tell stories. And sometimes they have stories about how people die and then come back to life because they got bit and got a virus. A virus is a computer bug for humans.
Mm-hmm.
While you guys consider that, the radio continues. In addition to all of this, we have a bad storm brewing, and I think it'll hit us soon. I know in the past, many of our classic Flake City storms stalled out in the mountains for a few days, just to pummel us harder and longer than anticipated. I am predicting this storm will follow that trend. I reached out to some of the folks living in the mountains, and a few were kind enough to respond and told me they felt the same way. We have a few days of these zombies or whatever, and then we're gonna get hit by a pretty hard storm, too. Listeners, this is a great time to look at how much you have stored up on food, water, weed, whatever your essential vice is, and get ready to hunker down. All streaming services seem to have some great zombie flicks trending, and I'm sure that is someone's cruel idea of a joke. Either way, it may be good to refresh your memories on zombies. We just had Halloween, so the knowledge should be fresh on your brains. Ooh. Should I not have said brains? That's probably a faux pas. I wouldn't recommend anyone get murdery on these infected, but be prepared to use lethal force if necessary to stay safe. They seem to take a beating and keep on going, so be careful and make sure you're ready for the long haul. Be ready to evacuate too, because people are being overrun every hour. Speaking of hour, I'm gonna queue up the next power hour. When we return, we will be speaking to some more survivors, so check your doors and check your supplies while we rock.
Enough human food for a couple of days that would be nutritious. They just have snacky things. I was at the store and I did get a cart full of stuff, but I kind of forgot it.
Based on what you have in your fridge right now, I doubt it is any better in the shopping cart.
I did my best. I put all the bright, colorful, yummy looking things in the cart. There were Fruit Loops, and there was a banana, and snack cakes and chips and cheese. I know a lot of people like cheese.
The plants, are any of these edible or are they just plants?
I think most of them would probably be edible. I use them in my tinkering sometimes. Ignore the weed. That's for Roxy when she comes to visit.
Is there any more banging on the windows? Or the big door?
So I'll say this, around the building you're not hearing anything, but if you were to listen, you would definitely hear people outside the fence trying to get in still. That's what I've been rolling for.
You, Eric, we haven't learned much about you, aside from being a computer wizard.
Okay. What more do you want to know?
It's a very good question. You're also definitely a college student. What's your major?
I'm a college graduate. I was a computer science major.
That must be pretty good then.
It can be. It was pretty easy for me. Everything's even come easy when I transferred from political science to computer science.
I don't like people that do. No, scratch that. I don't like rich people. I don't like the lords or the whatever.
Rich people help pay for my stuff sometimes. They like when you tinker.
Billy's face, lords.
Lords.
But I don't
Yes.
trust them. They tend to not want us to talk about things.
The lords and the
You mean
higher.
politicians?
Yes, they are lords.
They sure
You
do
ain't from
lord
around here,
over
are
the-
you?
I get what you're saying. You're good people. Would you like some motor oil?
I still don't know what that is.
I hand you a bottle.
I'm not sure I'd drink that.
Why not?
It's
Because
delicious. I drink it.
It's a lubricant I put in my motorcycle.
It's a lubricant
like-
I drink. I
Okay.
can drink it. Why can't you?
There's a bottle back. He just told me that that liquid goes in the machine.
And the liquid goes into me too.
You're also not a human being.
I'm human-like. I look human, don't
Yes,
I?
Tinder.
I
No
feel like I
offense,
look
I'm not
very-
trying to offend you, Tinder, but I don't think we can drink that. I don't think it's. I'm pretty sure that won't end well.
I trust the
I don't think anybody here wants either one of us to have dysentery.
I trust the
I
guy
don't think
that's
that's how you
behind the
get
computer all the time.
You have a computer. How do we get dysentery?
I'm not sure you can.
I know I can. I had some friends that died to dysentery. It was tragic.
Did you travel in time? You sound like someone from the past when I did some learning stuff.
What makes you think that?
Well, your comment about lords.
And dysentery? And you don't know about magic and...
I know about magic. I know what it is.
But you're magic. and
I'm not magic.
And the fact that you said you were doing religious studies at Matsu and they don't have that as a major.
We won't tell anyone. Your
mean-
secret's safe. We're friends.
I'm not judging anybody. I'm just.
All right, fine. I'm not a college student.
I'm not a person. Well, I am a person. I'm not a human person. I was
Yes.
made by someone.
Probably the government.
No, I don't think it was the government. It was my father. He was a tinkerer too. He forged
He
me.
probably worked for the government.
I really don't think he would have worked for the government. He
I mean,
lived in the mountains.
Didn't you say that the government pays you to tinker, and your father also tinkered, so he also probably got paid or directly worked with the government?
Usually the rich people just have me like build them little like doors and stuff to protect them. They call it like a panic room, and they
Really
can
panic.
push.
Why didn't you make one of those?
My whole house is kind of a panic room.
I got a question for you, Tinder. And I
I
start
may have an
looking.
answer.
I start looking around. You're not human. Do you have a bathroom or a
What's up?
water closet or a toilet?
A laboratory?
I do not think I need one of those.
Well, I think I don't even know. I need one of those. Alrighty.
I have a sink for washing my hands when I get grease on them from tinkering.
And from greasing yourself.
I still don't understand that you guys don't grease yourself. You never just get nervous and grease yourself?
No?
Maybe I should see a mechanic. Or, I mean, a doctor. A doctor.
A human
I'm
mechanic.
not. I don't know if a doctor could do anything for you, seeing as you're not a human person.
I'm human light. I have a soul. My dad
Yeah.
said he found a soul. He gave me a soul.
Give me a moment. How does that work? Putting a soul into a inanimate object? The only explanation would be like when a spirit, haunts a place, but they're connected to an object.
Kind of.
Okay, we've
My
determined-
dad had
ahead.
magic.
I don't know anything about magic aside from magic as a concept,
My dad was able to create a spark, and he gave it to me. And it makes me Tinder.
like the dating platform.
I don't know what dating is, but me and Ba are friends. He's a really good friend. He brings me shiny things.
Like money?
Like things to tinker with, and sometimes money, and sometimes an eyeball. That was really weird that he brought me an eyeball, but it was only the one time.
Normal?
It was like 2 days ago. I don't know.
Where that
He
eyeball
brings
at?
me all sorts of things.
You might want to check that eyeball. See how it compares to that hand.
I didn't keep it. What kind of crazy person keeps an eyeball just lying around where people can see it?
I got a feeling that probably came from a zombie.
A witch.
A witch?
Cauldron, you said you weren't a college student, So what are you?
It's a long story.
We're not going anywhere. There's zombies all around.
We're not going anywhere, and I gotta find a bucket.
Hold on. I'm about 1,000 something years old.
Say
Are
what?
you a vampire?
No, I'm not one of those. No.
That's good. I didn't think you were sparkly, so.
I was a farmer for my king, not my kingdom, but the flag I was under. So I'm a bit hazy on it. I was farming one day. I got decapitated, and my soul was put into a nearby lord's sword, and then I got buried for a couple hundred years, and then the government found me.
You got put in a lord, but you hate lords.
No, a sword that was
sword.
owned by a lord.
Oh, sorry.
It's not fun being buried for like 900 years.
That sounds awful.
It was cold.
I'd offer you my blanket, but it's covering the window now.
I'm not cold anymore.
That's good.
That sounded so almost I'm not cold anymore.
And then the government took me to some lab somewhere, and I don't want to remember that.
So how did you not be a sword anymore?
They did something with my soul. I don't quite
That's
remember.
very-
I tried to keep the memory distant.
I understand. I'm sorry for what you went through. That sounds awful.
And now I need to kill everyone in the government.
What was that last part?
I need to kill everyone that works for the government. Maybe not everyone, but
Pretty good
the
goal.
people that worked in that laboratory.
I don't know if I can help you with that, but I can help you survive the zombies for a little bit so that you can do what makes you happy.
I don't think it's safe to assume these zombies is the government's fault.
That's fair.
Or
They're
maybe
always
some closeted witch got a little bit too enthusiastic with her spell.
I don't know about
I feel
But
like this is more necromancy than witchcraft.
I've never known any necromancer.
I mean, I'm a bioengineer, so like I like to do biomechanical thingies and blend things to make it like a fusion of things. So maybe they were trying to do the same.
Abby, what time are we gonna wrap it up?
Honestly, with session 0, my goal was to get you guys to the warehouse. So from there, it's really y'all's choice.
I mean, it's
What y'all
10. 10 is usually when Abby tries to wrap things up.
Generally. However, I've been rolling these here dice for a minute, and I want us to end on a nice little cliffhanger. So, outside, the basic alarm system that you have, Tinder, goes off as one of those construction zombies finally climbs the fence. And that's what I've been rolling on this entire time, if they could climb the fence.
I think they got past my fence.
And you're hearing pounding on the door.
These things are persistent.
And we will pick up on our next session with what you guys are going to do with the banging at the door. Yeah.
Cool.
Have ideas.
However, you are all welcome to use the time between now and then to, like, if you have any tweaks to make on your character, any wishes you'd like to make for the game, any goals you have for your character, any of that kind of fun, detailed information. I'd love to hear it.
Do we level up?
No.
Good question.
Yeah, tally. Let's do a
Thank
little
you.
tally. Number of times they asked if they level up. But yeah, if anyone have any questions, comments, concerns, stars, wishes.
Other than I'm not actually that stupid, it's my character. No.
I'm not either.
I'm nightmares.
I'm really trying to play the naivety of my character because she doesn't really know much before 4 years ago.
Yeah, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, whatevs, let me know.
Okay.
And yeah, otherwise I'll see you guys in the second. Or if you're in other games, I'll see you before. But thank you guys
All right.
for joining. I appreciate you.
Nice to
everybody.
meet you, and
Nice to meet you.
Yes, too.
Bye, guys.
Good night.
We had some tech troubles there in the beginning. It was crazy. We actually didn't get to play in the Discord server. We actually had to play on just a group call. It was a whole chaotic thing. I had to fight with Discord. But that was session 0 of Flake City. I think it went really well. I think it's going to be a fun group together, and I'm looking forward to them kind of exploring things. This was meant to be just a very introductory session, just kind of introducing the world a little bit. So if you like this kind of thing and you want to see what happens when magic and zombie apocalypses and a corrupt government collide in an isolated mountain town, stick around. And if you want to play any games, let me know. There's some playlist somewhere on the screen that's going to have other groups you may enjoy, including some of the characters you saw today. And if you didn't enjoy this, go find something you will enjoy. And wherever you are, hope you're having a great day. Go play some D&D, and thanks for watching. Bye!